All right. So while this man is hitting on the woman, he said, told you I didn't do nothing to that ugly brat. I barely touched you. What I look like with a kid. Say it again, I kill you. Say it again, I want to charge. I want to charge. Stupid self. Let me go before I choke both y'all out. So his aggression has now came to full terms. It's fully out. He's hitting. He's insulting. He's throwing threats. They're verbal threats. He's playing on her self-esteem, playing the jealous card on her, saying things how he can get women, confusing her mindset. Ladies, again, you got to learn how to be slow to anger. As mad as we can be, we ain't going to solve anything going into a situation with a cloudy mind and blind eyes. Okay, so let's keep going. The boyfriend gathers his clothes and leaves. 2 weeks pass by. Okay, so we didn't saw the tension build up and the incident has occurred. Okay, the tension build up was when she was talking to him about, did he touch her child? The incident occurred when she kept on talking about it and started actually accusing him of it and saying what she was going to have done. So now we're down to the part where the bait comes in. We're down to where he's got to find a way to apologize. He's got to find a way to get back good in with this woman. He needs this woman. He needs this woman for shelter. He needs this woman for money. He needs this woman to feed his ego. You hear me? Sometimes it ain't even for the money. It's to feed the ego. Okay, so let me see what says. So he calls the girlfriend calm. And as an angel, like nothing happened. So the bait is already there. The bait is he's being calm. He's being respectful. He's talking really nice. Yo, you done calm down yet? Jokingly, he will say. I want to come home. I miss my family. He's playing the affectionate card. He didn't have affection when he was touching that child, nor beating on her. But all of a sudden, now he's got all these family characteristics trying to come out. But they don't come out on a daily basis. Ladies, pay attention to that in your life. Every day is not a perfect day. But if you got a family man, he's always going to be a family man. He doesn't have to take a mask on and off to prove his love. He does what he needs to do to take care of the family. This guy in this scenario, he's only appearing to be the family man when it really matters. When it matters with him. It don't matter what happens with the child and the mother. It's only when it affects him that he will play the family man and the victim. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so where we at? So the mom says, you hit me. I had 2 black eyes. I had to cover up with makeup. Still a little sore. You scared my daughter. Okay, hold up right there. She's telling him what he did to her. And then she got the nerve to bring the daughter in there talking about you scared my daughter. Listen, ladies, he scared the daughter when he raped her. When he molested her, when he touched her. That child was already scared. You don't have to tell no abuser what he has already done. He already knows the fear that you and your child has because he put it there. You don't have to remind him of any of those things when they call and try to get back in good with you. You don't need to even be up on Facebook. When you're in a situation like this, you don't even need to put this on Facebook, any social media site. Because you're teaching him what you're feeling. And so he knows how to respond to you based on what you're saying and how you're saying it. All right. So let's keep going. So the next thing she says is, plus, I got to get my daughter's school stuff. Now she is playing the victim mode and she's dismissing the whole rape. What are you telling this man for that you got to get your daughter's school stuff? You know, she's letting them know in so many words that I need you back. And that's how it is with addiction, y'all. When you have addiction to people, that's how it is. You get mad and you tell them to leave, and then you need them back because you feel like that's the only way you can stand. You feel like that's the only way that you can go on. Things ain't going to get done if you don't get back together. It's an addiction. This cycle is an addiction. That's what I'm trying to show you. It's an addiction, and you have to break it. Let me keep going here. Okay. So the boyfriend says, bruh, I got you. I miss being with y'all. I got a job and all. Going to church. I quit smoking and drinking. Can I come over and talk? Bruh, you know I was tipsy. We better than that. So he brushes off the fact that he even touched this little girl. And the mom is too, because her mind is so brainwashed that she's brushing it off too. Okay, and let me see. Where am I at next in this scenario? Y'all, lost my reading part. And so he changes the real issue, which the real issue is that he molested the child. So the girlfriend is saying, no, we talking now. She's mad, but she's calm. And in all of this, how he's playing this family role, he's then got to her head. And she's going to make a false decision that is going to be with her the rest of her life by allowing this man to come back. So the boyfriend says, baby, don't do me like this. You know I don't got nowhere to go. My pops be tripping already. You know how this is. I'll kill myself before I stay here. He just like your mom's victim role too. That's his bait working. This is the final bait that he is giving to her to get her back by saying, you know how your mama is. Your mama just like my daddy. They mean. They ain't no good. They won't let us do what we want to do. And that's the part that finally gets her to feel sorry for him because of how he was done as a child by his parents or by his father or mother. So now she feels sorry for him. And the girlfriend says, yeah, I know what you mean. Mama be tripping. So now this whole situation, it's no longer about the child. It's about him getting back in there now. So, and the girlfriend says, you can come by for a few, but not stay. So all is forgotten. She has forgiven him. His words have got to her. The bait worked. And now they're back together again. I wanted this scenario to be read out because it's so important to understand how this cycle works. I don't want to just tell you about a cycle and you not understand how it works. So this is the thing. He comes back and repeats the cycle of emotional, financial, mental, and psychological and sexual abuse. Eventually starting back his drinking habits by easing it in there saying, hey, it's a celebration. I ain't going to drink but one until he's back on his normal pattern of bad behaviors. And once again, I don't know why that happened. And once again, she co-signs them, knowing her daughter's emotional needs have yet to be met. The problem in this scenario is the mother was more focused on having a good image and a man rather than her child's well-being. Not that she doesn't care, but she is stuck in the domestic violence cycle. The repeated pattern behavior. She knows his toxic behaviors are affecting her child, but dismisses them because the emotional pain is too confusing and great to address. Rewarding all his bad behavior, bad toxic behaviors. How she keeps the peace, and it's temporary peace, by giving them money, letting them use the car, letting them stay at the house, fixing his food. She's rewarding this man, and here you have a child that is hurting from domestic violence, a situation that child should not have been put in. This guy never pays bills or respected her or her daughter as a human being. The cycle of domestic violence on her has also been passed to her child. the cycle continues. Ladies, abandon this type of relationship. It is domestic violence. So what if he finally gets a job and is going to church and doing all these good family things that he's saying? You got to remember that there are wolves in sheep clothing. This will whatever he's doing, it's never going to benefit you or your child without a trade. Listen what I say, without a trade. Emotional abuse for fake love, fake financial security, fake stability. It's all fake. This man is not going to come to the terms where he is like, I did that to your child, or I'm sorry for hitting you. He may say it, but it will be all fake, because guess what? That cycle then started again. So you have to get to the point where you examine the facts in your life. What's going on in your life? In this story, if she would have examined the facts and actually calmed down, or well, not calmed down, let me not say that. If she would have actually looked at what was going on, the facts was this man, he committed a criminal offense. He molested and raped her daughter. He hit her. He played on her emotions and uses her childhood experience to manipulate her into feeling guilty and sorry for him. And he uses his own childhood experience to make her feel guilty and sorry for him. So what ends up happening, the way he manipulated her, you become confused and drained, trapped between child versus boyfriend. Is this really happening, or is this not happening? The cycle doesn't stop until you stop. And in order to stop, you got to identify what part you are playing in this. And I'm not playing no blame game on victims. What I'm telling you is real. I went through domestic violence, and it did not stop until I stopped playing the game. And that's how it is with you. You have to stop playing the game. You have to take a break from this cycle. You have to break this cycle. That's the only way it's going to stop. And that's by forgiving yourself. And you take responsibility for your part and hold him accountable for his actions. And you be held accountable for your actions as well. Choose yourself, ladies. Choose yourself and your children. If somebody is hitting on you, there are laws out here that will protect you. They may not do a physical protection, because you won't have somebody with you 24/7. Eventually, you're going to have to go to the store and you're going to see this person. But there are legal laws out here that can lock these abusers up away for a very long time, according to whatever it is that they do to you. Some of them get long times and some of them get probation, but there is some legal action out here that you can take to help yourself. And this, in legal action, now listen, legal action does not stop the cycle of abuse. You stop it. You go no contact. You stop going around him. You stop finding excuses to be around him. You know, I said this earlier, that mental illness is not an excuse to hit somebody. It's still a criminal offense. It's not an excuse to hit anybody. Let me see. What else do I want to say? So that was the scenario. And I hope this scenario opens up somebody's eyes on tonight to see that these things do occur. Let me see some, y'all. I hope I was not blocking that because I was holding it in my hand. Okay. As I was saying, mental health issues, they don't excuse your partner hitting on you. So if they are going through some type of mental health crisis, then they need to get help. If they don't want to get help and they want to keep holding you accountable for what they're going through, then you go get help. You go get help. You are not the savior. You cannot stop these people. When they are aggressive like this, you cannot stop them from doing what they want to do. And let's see. So what are we going to do whenever it comes down to escaping? You know, what are some things that we can do now for somebody that's in a domestic violence situation? Well, the first thing I want to tell you, if you're in a domestic violence situation,